Welcome to this healing today. My name is Jennifer Kolsashima, and if you are new to this channel, to this healing, to me, I wanted to say welcome, if you didn't get that the first 4 times I said it. So what we're going to be doing today is, as we're moving toward the 31st, all over the world, there are different cultures and traditions that all acknowledge that the time to connect to spirit, the ancestors, is easier or is great at this time, right? Um, Often it can be called the veils are thinning, the veil being just that space between the world of the living and other, and spirit. It can also be between this 3D and multidimensional reality, right? Your spirit guides, your ancestors, that space between is a lot thinner. So even if you're not every single day easily connected and hearing messages and connecting with your lineage, right, your roots, this time of the year partnered with a time in as we get closer to May, June, that side, the exact opposite, is a great time to do that. So today I'm going to bring in a few healing tools. We're going to connect in. I like to call it a mini ceremony. And we're going to connect to that part of ourselves. So the way that I work is I join in sound with connected space to the earth, spirit. We connect and create sacred space with honor. And I bring in different tools. So I unite often in my different healings, energy healing, um, sacred soul alignment modality, sacred light modality. When I do full ceremony, I bring in energetic allergy healing as well, sound healing, sound channeling, all sorts of fun stuff to really meld together for a unique experience to support your journey and your healing. Okay, so in that supportive space, we are going to ignore the dog. I can't get him to stop no matter what I do, especially when I start doing this work. We're going to be bringing in some energy to help you really connect to your other senses, to your energetic, your physical senses, because often we are so mental that we tune out the messages we're receiving from our nervous system, from our heart, from our physical body, that are actually very important in our awareness of what we want to do, right? So I have no people that are like, well, I just can't hear messages or I can't see things. So I must not be able to connect to my guides, my gifts, my enter whatever spirit. And I often say, well, do you overthink it? Because I know I do. I'm like, this is just I got a great imagination, or right. But that connection to your heart, that connection to your gut, all of that is part of it, as well as your energetic and your just intuitive knowing. So that's kind of what we're going to do today. This is just a shorter mini version, just to kind of support you guys. So let's begin. So of course, as we honor that you are a sovereign being, I ask you permission. So at any point, you are allowed to say, no, I don't give permission, and turn this off, right? Because you're sovereign. You are in control of your own energy. But I do ask permissions so that I can send this healing to you, and that I can access what what this collective needs. Okay. So let's clear that out. Let's clear our energy. Let's clear the space. I find that my bowl knows when something is needed, so I'm really going to focus on that as this keeps going off. So I'm going to run a sacred light purification and sacred light relationship healing between you and I, all watching now or later. and between you and any of this healing modality that I'm going to be sharing with you, so that it can really support you. So resolving and dissolving any past lives, any stuff, and also between you and anyone else listening to this in all time and space. So, divine love and light, creator, change it. We now go into ceremony. So we now ask permissions of the earth, of the very land we sit upon. We ask permissions and we pause to honor the space and to listen for a response. So. And if you're hearing that no, just asking in what way can you come into relationship with the land. Sometimes it can be hard to hear. Do your best. And knowing that in asking you are giving respect. And as long as you're coming from that open heart space, always learning, always doing better. We ask permission now of the original benevolent land stewards of this land. I honor this land, once called Pentucket, and I honor the tribes that were the benevolent stewards of this land, the Pentucks, the Penacooks, the Waunakee Confederacy. I also ask forgiveness for any errors, any omissions. I'm horrible with saying really names. So I always ask forgiveness because I always stumble over how to say things. But I am setting that intention that I am honoring them. And there are many tribes that are on this land, but setting your intention that you are honoring, whether or not you know them by name, those original benevolent land stewards of the land that you're on. They have a lot of wisdom and a lot of deep roots here. So, pausing in that space. We ask permissions of these land stewards. We now set our sacred space and begin to connect ourselves. So beginning to slow your breath, we call and ask permissions and blessings of the earth, all guides, guardians, and beings that support the highest good of the earth. We ask your permissions. We ask for your blessings of air and all guides, guardians, and beings of air. We ask you permissions and blessings of water and all guides, guardians, and beings of water that support the highest good of all. We ask your permissions and blessings of fire, all guides, guardians, and beings of fire. We ask your permissions and blessings. We call to our holy healed ancestors as my teacher Asha Ramakrishna likes to say, and I love that. I love how she says that, because when we are doing this work, we really want to call to those who are fully healed in our lineage, right? So making that clarification. We also call to our guides, our spirit guides, our team, all angelic beings, all multi-galactic and multi-dimensional beings that support the highest good of all ascended masters, right? Calling them in now, asking that blessing upon us. Begin to slow your breath. I'm going to do a short connection in here, breathing from your heart, feeling that energy of heart, love, and compassion. Really feeling into that sensation at your heart. And as you breathe, sinking more and more into that. Now feeling this energy moving down your core, out your feet, out into the very layers of earth. We ask permissions now to join in with earth, in with Gaia. And feeling that energy merge and connect with the crystalline core, the golden pure love light of Gaia, and welcoming that energy to begin to flow and merge in with you, connecting you to your roots. And as it moves up, expanding, feeling your heart expand, and moving up, we connect and find our balance point with Source. We ask to connect in now to Source. So feeling that energy expand up, out through your head, and reach up and connect into all possibility, all infinite point of creation. And feel that energy begin to merge down with you and unite at your heart. We call in our higher self now, our I am presence. Connecting in here, feeling that connection. Not necessarily worrying about seeing it, but just experiencing that feeling. And if this is new for you, not worrying that this energy is running in its own unique way for you. So setting that intention and just exploring what that feels like for you. Now welcome in the energy of the nasturtium flower to help us sink into the experiential awareness of connecting. So welcoming in with the permission, this energy now. Now call in the symphony alignment of lapis, lazuli, and wisdom of the trees to really awaken your connection to your psychic and intuitive awareness, and as well as root you down to the ancient knowing found deep in your roots. So breathing from your heart, call this energy in now, divine lovely great energy. this energy run. I'm going to anchor it in for you, but you can stay in this space as long as you wish. Anchoring it into your heart and your high heart, your mind and your higher mind, your root, your roots, earth star chakra, and the 12th dimensional grid system now. We give gratitude to the earth, the air, fire, water, our ancestors, all guides and guardians. We give gratitude to this land and the original land stewards. Now I encourage you to find some way to give an offering, some way to give back, to honor. It can be incense, it can be a little sip of your favorite drink or a bite of some of your food, something, a dance, an act of service in honor. It can be being connected in an intimate way and offering that energy and that space. Anything for you that is an honest heart gift back for this download, for this energy as it runs through you. Thank you guys all for joining me. I know it's a little hard when I'm trying to do a really shortened version. The YouTube doesn't like long versions with me. So if you'd like to go even deeper, I highly suggest that you join us on the 31st, either live or in the replay. I'm going to post the link below to register and get that information. And I'd love to see you there. We have a beautiful community forming already. Or if you want to go really deep, you're more than welcome to join me. I would love to see you in my 2-part masterclass I'm doing in November, which is about reclaiming your gifts. So we're going to do 1 part live from Salem, Massachusetts, where we release the trauma of oppression and silencing that we all hold in our lineage, especially those of us with gifts, which is basically everybody, let's be real. And then the second half will be really opening, re-downloading, reactivating the gifts that we each uniquely have. And that will be done from Salem, New Hampshire, where there's a Neolithic Stonehenge site. And we'll be transmitting this energy from those spaces as well, that I've asked permissions of that land to do these healings for you all. So I'll include those links below. And much love to you all. And I will see you guys next week. Or actually, I'll see you Sunday. So thank you for joining me today. It's a little crazy with the energy, but I'm really glad that I got to share this time with you all. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're feeling. Like I said, little healing. You can check out some of the other ones. And next week, I'm going to be sharing a healing with inviting in Lemurian crystal energy as well. So make sure to subscribe so you get the notification about all the different fun things we're doing here. Bye, guys.